It's just a giant wall of flames. The sound that it made, comparable to a freight train.
As it burned really long and really straight. It's over 110 kilometers long. It's got 1,000 kilometers worth of perimeter. And that's because it burned so fast.
This wall of flames ripped through northern Alberta, taking out a patch of boreal forest bigger than Prince Edward Island.
When it was up and rocking, it was something to see.
Now, even though the firefighters took the wall down, there's still a lot of work to be done.
A fire this big, it's still burning, and it's going to be burning for the next little while. We're going to go in there and find any of the spots that haven't been put out.
That might sound simple, but it's like finding a needle in a haystack. If the haystack is several thousand square kilometers of forest, and the needle, a hotspot, can be burning up to 2 meters underground.
If we allow these hotspots to stay smoldering, they can pop up even the next year, and we can be in the same situation we were in. We're expecting a max temp of 21 degrees.
Hundreds of firefighters from across Canada are on hand to help.
See you guys out there.
Out in the forest, the challenge is to clear away debris to give firefighters a view of what lurks below.
It's pretty hard to see any of those hot spot smokes through these trees, and it's pretty dangerous for our guys.
It takes a lot of work to cut a path in if you see a smoke. This fire came through and burnt all the roots out. Some trees are pretty wobbly, there's nothing much holding them up.
They use their bare hands to pinpoint the hotspot's exact location.
You gotta keep digging because it might be really, really cold on the top and soaking wet, and then you get a couple feet down and it'll just roast your hand. It's just one of those, whoop, that's hot.
But to know where to look, they've got some help with a bird's eye view of the forest.
Cylinders are nice and high. We have 5,000.
Using this thermal scanner called Tabby 1800, these guys fly over fire zones to get a clear picture of where it's hot and where it's not.
We can get down to less than a degree, about 0.05 of a degree. So if there's a temperature difference of that size, we'll detect it in our sensor.
This way, they can map out exactly where the firefighters should be digging.
You geo-reference it, so you're not only doing the temperature, you also know the location on the ground, usually to within a meter accuracy.
You see any fires out there? Oh, I think I got some on the nose here. We'll fly over it and take a look. Just the contrast between the burned and the stuff that was left behind. It's pretty dramatic. It's cool.
The images that Tabby is taking might not look like much in the air, so Warren takes him to Command Central here in his hotel room near the airport.
So we receive the raw images that we collect. First we process it to get something like this. And we actually turn this into something that looks like this, which is an actual map product. So for every pixel, we know the temperature, but we also know where it is on the ground. The fire fronts are very sharp. You can see the strong burning area, and in behind it you can see what has already burned and where the residual hot spots are.
We can see that it has grown by at least 10,000 hectares, which is very large. It's growing very rapidly, so it is important that we process this data and get it to the firefighters as fast as possible.
Okay guys, well we got the heat scan back here, so that's where we're going. Basically our assignment from the day is hit this one. On the back here we got our coordinates that go into our waypoint. So we're on 727, so plug that into the GPS and gives us ETA for where we're going.
They hit the forest and try to hit their mark. The water truck, called Nodwell, is on standby to help.
Nick, I've got a pretty hot ash over here. Hot spot under these roots. I got some warmer ash over here.
Yeah?
It's starting to get hot.
They open it up to see just how big this hot spot is.
Is it mineral? You can see kind of the white spots where the fresh ash is, and that's where it's hot, so if you can break it off, you can see how deep in it's going.
They get water on it, and the hot spot is out. One down, thousands more to go.
We expect to be fighting this fire for another few months at least. We'll probably be right into the winter. Even during when there's snow, we'll still be searching for hot spots, and we'll probably find them.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
This is the boreal forest. The boreal forest burns quite a bit. In fact, the boreal forest without fire is a lot like the rainforest without rain.
Fire is a natural part of this landscape, and it needed to burn.
The forest can absolutely regrow after this, and it will.